My children, do not let the devil disturb your peace. He often uses those closest to you to shake your faith. These powerful words from Saint Padre Pio remind us of a truth we often overlook. The devil's most cunning attacks often come through the people we love and trust the most. As Christians, we are all called to follow God's path and trust in His plans for our lives. But sometimes we face battles that seem too difficult to endure. One of the most painful and subtle forms of attack from the enemy is when he uses the people we love to try to bring us down. Satan's tactics are cunning, and he knows how to strike us where it hurts the most, through our relationships. In the Bible, we see that Satan doesn't always attack us directly. He often works through people, especially those close to us, like family and friends. The devil understands that our loved ones have a deep influence on our hearts and minds. This is why he will sometimes try to manipulate those closest to us to sow discord, confusion, and even temptation. He seeks to weaken our faith, create division, and make us doubt God's goodness. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Ephesians 6:12. This verse reminds us that our real battle is not with the people around us, but with spiritual forces that seek to destroy our peace and our relationship with God. When Satan uses loved ones to attack us, it's important to remember that we must not allow ourselves to be distracted or controlled by these attacks. Instead, we must focus on the bigger picture, the spiritual warfare that is taking place in the unseen world. When you feel attacked by those you love, remind yourself that this is part of the enemy's strategy. He wants to use these relationships to shake your faith. But the good news is that God is always in control, even in the midst of these struggles. He promises to protect us and fight for us, even when it feels like we are surrounded by people who are unknowingly being used by the enemy. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. Isaiah 54:17. God has equipped us with spiritual armor to stand firm in these attacks. Through prayer, faith, and standing firm on His word, we can overcome the enemy's tactics. We must love those around us, but also set boundaries when needed to protect our hearts and minds from the enemy's influence. Remember, you are not fighting alone. God is with you, and He will strengthen you in every trial. Trust in His promises and let His peace guard your heart. If this message has encouraged you, I invite you to subscribe to Jesus Helps Quotes for more spiritual encouragement and biblical truths. Share this with someone who might be going through a spiritual attack right now. Let's support each other in our walk with God. Stay strong in the Lord.